The place of multiplication in ministry, I think, can be seen vividly in Paul's letter to the Philippians, where in chapter 1 he describes the situation he's in where he's imprisoned. He can't visit the churches, he can't do very much at all. He's been imprisoned by a set of circumstances beyond his control. But what you find within his attitude when he writes the letter to the Philippians, he says, because of what's happened to me, many people have become much more bold and are preaching the gospel. He even says, some are doing it out of rivalry with wrong attitudes. Their character isn't quite right. Others are doing it with good attitude. What does it matter? At least the gospel's being preached. That's an incredibly generous attitude from someone who humanly might have felt quite frustrated with his constraining circumstances. And I would say that in my own life, my wife and I, there's been various health challenges at times where we've found that certain constraints have been put on what we can do. And at times you say to the Lord, oh Lord, if only things were different, we could do so much more. And one of the great lessons I learned is this, that God actually wants those of us in ministry not to particularly concentrate on what we achieve, but actually to think, how many more people can I prepare who will stand on my shoulders and go even further than I'm going to go? So I actually get a greater thrill in ministry now out of seeing people go much further and faster than me than my gifts will allow. So I'm looking for any way I can to multiply ministry. I'm investing more in discipling, in mentoring, in fathering, in being around those who I'm sending now more on my behalf than going myself. And I have found not only is that personally fulfilling, and I still do go and do stuff that I feel personally called to do, but it's so much more effective for the gospel, because instead of planting, 10 churches that I might be involved in, we may be able to plant 100 if I send 10 other people. So the maths work. So I think Jesus wants multiplication of ministry because he wants lots of churches planted with good, healthy leadership structures, so they're healthy local churches.